Yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Give everybody a couple minutes to hop on in here and get ready for the day. We can start off. How'd everybody do yesterday? Make money, lose money, take no trades. Let me know in the chat. Enjoy the new book. Let's go. Glad you like it. Let's see. Let's get this pinned in the comments for everybody. Let's see. Usually we start like at 8:05 to 8:10, so just gonna give everybody a couple minutes to hop on in here, and then we'll get started for the day. But let me tell you, the one area I was watching for a reject, it already hit. So I guess we could take this pivot high to pivot low, but I mean we're talking like around 438 for a reject. Let's see. Yeah, 437.63 and then 439.25. But we will see what today brings. We're also going to take a look at the put to call ratio because that's going to be important today. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shorts in the market right now. A lot of them ended up covering, but that is a lot of puts. So very elevated put to call ratio. So we'll see what happens today. Yes, boom. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Mark this low. That's going to be important. Again, going to wait a few minutes, let everybody hop in here. Still got to finish my yogurt before we start. So hold on, give me 1 second. Alrighty. I'll save the rest for later. Good morning. Alrighty. Let's hop into it. Plain fat, non-Greek yogurt, plain yogurt, non-fat. There we go. It's too early. Stayed up and watched the game last night. I'm one of them football guys now. Psych. Anyways, alrighty. Let's hop into this analysis now. Give everybody plenty of time to hop on in here. But I mean, if I'm gonna be watching anything, this was our previous low, 4,400 psychological area, support and resistance. Maybe we get a reject here. Low. Boom. So I'm going to watch that level. And then if we break it down to a 4-hour, you can see that we have a pretty hard high point right here, hard sell off, and then low point right here before we started pushing back up. So if I'm going to be looking for anything, if price breaks above 4,400, then I'm going to take this pivot high and pivot low and look for rejects up here. Now, obviously, that is quite far away, but maybe. We'll see. That's about 50 points to the upside, which could be around $5 on spot. Now, the only area I was really interested in for like a closer reject, we also do have supply in this area right around this 4,400, but I was really watching that 1 hour 21 EMA. So maybe if we hang around this level, then I'll look for puts, but we'll see. Also got a little bear flag going on at the same time. So start breaking above that 1 hour 21 EMA. I'll look at 4,400 and then potentially all the way up here. My audio is choppy. Is that better? Looks good on my end. Oh no. What do you guys say? Does it sound good? Sound bad? In between? Neither. But yeah, that's everything I'm going to be watching to the upside. As far as bounces, let's see. One person said fine. Let me look at the SMAs. Sounds fine. We're trading below the 100-day SMA. Good, good, good. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna assume it's good then. But we're trading below the 100-day SMA. The 200 SMA isn't until 42.14. We're still holding that weekly 21. Let's see. I don't use the 200 EMA. And how is that a bear flag? Drop in price, consolidation. Here's our flag. Here's our pole right here. So that is considered a bear flag. Yes. But yeah, the 100-day SMA lines up at that 4,400. Plus we have the psychological resistance. Plus we have the supply at that area. Cool. Well, that's going to be the reject as far as bounces, however. Let's see. We got daily demand way down there. Previous resistance point right there. 43, 44. I mean, if I'm going to really like an area for a bounce, it's going to be way down here at 43.09. So that's going to be an 80-point drop, which is going to be $8. So we're pretty far away from that point right now. But maybe next week it comes into play and we can see what happens from there. But ideally would like to see a retest of like that 4,400 all the way up to like this area up here for possible puts. So we will see. That's everything on ES for the time being. Again, once we get closer to that 830 mark, that's when we can start finalizing these levels. Now, as far as SPY, if we take this pivot low, pivot high, that's going to be way down at 420. We're at 432, so that's quite a hike. Let's see. We already have our reject right there. Previous low was right here. Boom. Go to the 1 hour, same thing. Kind of got that bear flag going on. This would have been the area that I would have been watching for a reject. Would have been the 1 hour 21 EMA, but again, close to the 433. So we do have confluence. Maybe if we hang around this area, highly doubtful, especially because we do have news today. I'd be interested, but after that, way up here at this 437. 437.63, actually. Then, I mean, possible liquidity sweep below the lows. Definitely a possibility, but we lose 430.8. I ain't got nothing. Why do I not use the 200 EMA? It's just not part of my strategy. I've used it at the very beginning of my trading journey. It's just not something I use. But there's ES, there's SPY. Take a look at NQ. Here's our previous low right there. Got pretty close to it. And then, I mean, if I'm going to be looking for a bounce, it's going to be really far away. Yeah, way down there, 14,207. Let's go to the 1 hour. Here to here would be my reject. Again, quite a ways away. Not really seen anything that I like on NQ. Maybe yesterday's high, but other than that, I don't see any good levels. We're getting close to 15,000. Mark that psychological. But as far as what I'm seeing, it doesn't really look like this NQ is going to be important today, in my opinion. We'll see, though. We will see. Also, I had somebody ask me, why did the market pull so hard yesterday? It's because Powell started hinting at possible rate hikes in 2024, which I'm actually pretty curious. Let's head on over and see if anything changed on the Fed rate hike futures. But he hinted at it, so let's see. We're at 5.25, still 73%. Think we're not getting anything. Okay, and then this is where they started moving. So they did start moving towards the end of the year. And then let's go to July. Yeah, so they started moving a little bit from where they were before, but still, it looks like they're only thinking that we're only going to get one more rate hike to get up towards that 5.5 area, 5.5 to 5.75. But other than that, it still seems like a majority is keeping us here. So we'll see. Again, this is going to be important to keep our eyes on. And that is how you understand what Papa Powell is going to do. Alrighty. Also, make sure you guys are smashing that like button if you want this watch list posted in the chat today. We got 135 people in here and only 50 likes. Remember, if you guys want it, you gotta make sure to run it up. Anyways, there's NQ. Let's take a look at QQQ, and then we'll take a look at some individuals, and then we'll see if we like anything. But let's see, QQQ's getting near that low. Honestly, the 4-hour 21 EMA could be a good reject as well. Haven't tested it in a while. Could be. Let's see. Let's take this pivot high, pivot low. 364.33. Cool. I like rejects up here. Maybe liquidity below here. 354.70 to 355 for a bounce is mainly what I'll be interested in. We lose 354.70, then we got quite a ways down from there. Awesome. Alrighty, let's take a look at some individuals and see what we like today. I guess everybody's sleeping today. Where is everybody? Head on over to Apple. Let's see, 175. Yep, we talked about TLT yesterday. I talked about how it set that new 52-week low. And how it's not very good for the overall market. Amazon's getting pretty close. I mean, same thing though. I would be interested in the pullback towards a fib. So it's pretty far away. Boeing. I mean, Boeing stayed relatively strong yesterday compared to the overall market. BABA with a massive gap up. BABA's such a weird stock. We're not even going to touch this. And delete that. Coin. Don't care about. Costco. Don't care about. Depending on if Google hits it. Again, still though, I would be interested in the pullbacks. That's the only issue. But we'll see. All right, let's get Google. IWM. Don't care about. Meta. Let's see that 3-day because we're still looking for the swing there. I mean, 300.4 to 302.2. I like that for a possible reject. Meta. Alrighty. And then what we got next? Microsoft. And remember, if it's on the watch list, we'll get to it. Don't worry. SPX is on the watch list. We'll get to that one. And then if it's not on the watch list, if I got time, I'll look at it. But everything else, if it's on the watch list, we'll hit it. Microsoft don't care about. Netflix. We're trading at 386. Don't care about. NVDA. Don't care about. PayPal slaughtered. QQQ. A nice little push. Roku don't care about. Shopify slaughtered. SPX does have a gap to fill. Other than that, I mean, 4,300 would be the only area I'm interested in. Right down at the previous low, 43.35. Other than that, that's the only levels I like on SPX. Let's see, SPY. I already looked at. SQ don't care about, and Tesla. Rejected off that 1 hour 21 EMA yesterday. So out of all the stocks we just went through, I like Google. I like Meta. That's it. Again, I prefer the pullback today. We do have a pretty high put to call ratio. We're very overextended to the downside. But I don't want that to lead to a bias and me only looking for puts. I'm open to both ways. I'm open to trading both ways completely. It's just that this is just such a large move down in 2 days. That's a $14 sell-off in 2 days on spot. Something else that I was also seeing, I want to pull up the SPY options, is they are starting to price in larger moves in the options. So in the next week, 7 trading days from today, they're pricing in a $10 move on SPY. So the IV is slightly higher, which is going to lead to a little pricier options. So just keep that in mind. QQQ, they're pricing in same thing, around a $10 move over the next 7 days. So either plus 10 from where it's currently at, so 443, or 423 is what they're currently pricing in. Or my bad, this is on QQQ. 367 or 347 is what they're pricing in. So we will see. But all right. What time is it? It's 8:23. Let's check the economic calendar real quick. Oh, we just have a Fed speaker at 8:50 and then PMI at 9:45 and then more Fed speakers after that. So, no 8:30 news. Cool. Just go to the options. Go to the option chain and it says the IV, and then next to it in parentheses it says plus or minus how much they're pricing in. We looked at Apple. I don't like anything on it. But, all right, I guess in the meantime, for the next few minutes before we start narrowing the list and finalizing some levels, let's get some questions rolling. Any questions you guys got? Trading questions? I'll actually look at some individuals for you guys if you guys want. Also, it does not look like we're going to hit the light goal today. I don't know where everybody's at. I guess everybody's sleeping. But no. You did not miss Apple. I just don't like anything on it. Go to trade. Go to the options. Pull up whatever you're trading in and it'll show it. XPAD. Gap up off of some news. We're gapping up to 17. I mean, I would have watched for a bounce at that weekly 21. But as far as the setup, nothing on XFED that I would be interested in. Just because it gapped up. I don't know the news. But personally, I wouldn't be chasing that. Let's see. I mean, you can watch AMD again. It's not something that I particularly... Oh my god. I can't even pronounce that word. It's not something that I really like. Maybe if it came back up towards 100. Boom. Let's see, actually. Pivot high, pivot low. There you go. 99.8 to 100. You could look for a reject. Yeah, I always size and know how much I'm going to lose per trade. Always. I always take into consideration what's my max loss before I even enter. It doesn't make sense. Of course. Every day. We live every day. 8 a.m. Eastern time. All you guys got to do is tap in. Keep me company. Keep me sane. Hold on. Do you guys see the setup? Who can tell me the setup that we see right now on UNH? Who can tell me what it is? If you know, you know. What I think about holding banks long term, I personally do not own a single bank in my long term portfolio. Not a single one. There you go, JB. The Fortnite Llama. The good old Fortnite Llama indicator. Alright, so here's our Fortnite Llama. And there it is on the chart. You see it? Llama. Chart. But as far as a setup on UNH, I think it's going to take a little longer for it to actually form like a setup that I would trade. But it's got a nice monthly squeeze. We'll see. Nothing right now, though. So I was supposed to ship them out yesterday, but got busy. But the signed copies are 1,000% going out today of the new book. So if you ordered one, it should be in the mail today, and it should be at your place by Monday, hopefully. Monday or Tuesday. So yes, if you ordered a signed copy, it will be coming. And I think I only got 2 more books that I can sign and send out. So if you guys want a signed copy of the new book, shoot me a DM on Instagram today and get it locked in, because I'm going to ship them later around like 1 o'clock. But again, I only got 2 left. All right, we're getting close to the 8:30 mark. Let me see. Hold on. It's the TTM Squeeze Pro that's giving me these arrows. They're not something that I like really pay attention to be honest with you. Only if there's confluence with them. But let's see what ES is doing. Yeah, I mean 4,400 might be the area. Let's pull up book map real quick, and we're about to narrow this list. All right. Good old Bookmap. Yeah, so I mean, a decent amount of sellers up at 4,400. We'll see, though. Alrighty, let's start finalizing some levels. Yes, we're going to watch this 4,400. After that, way up here, 4,437. 4-hour 21 EMA confluence. Alrighty. So that's good. And then if we start breaking down again, we could watch for possible liquidity below these lows. Gonna be a little higher risk because we are bear flagging right now. So we'll see. And then no good bounce until 4309. So everything on ES. Let's take a look at SPY. Again, same thing, 430.8. Possible liquidity. No good rejects until way up here, 437.63, 439.25. And then bounce is going to be very far away. So SPY is good. QQQ is running. Yesterday's high. But after that, you know, reject way up there. Possible liquidity. If not, we have further to go, 354.7. So that's good. NQ, we're good. 15,000 is going to be the area that I want to watch. And then let's see, mark this low right there. Boom. Possible liquidity. Rejects up there. And then the only individuals I like today were Google, which is really close to the level. And then Meta. Possible reject right there. Possible reject up there. So we'll see. I mean, Meta's the only individual that I really like today, to be honest with you guys. So just gonna have to wait and see. Gonna have to wait and see, but we can go over the two trades that I ended up taking yesterday. I took a loser and then I took a winner, and I talked about this inside of Team Bull, why it's important not to let losing trades get to you, because I could have ended the day red yesterday because of that one losing trade. You know, I could have sat here and been scared to take another losing trade and just completely missed out on the high probability setup that was in front of me. But instead, I executed the high probability trade and went red to green, and actually was up like 2.4% yesterday on the portfolio. I took a screenshot. Let's see. 2.45% up on the portfolio yesterday after being in the red. So the second trade, I was actually able to get full size on it too, which was even better. But I ended up taking a losing trade yesterday. And I went back and journaled why I shouldn't have even taken this put to begin with. But if we're looking at, oh my God, did it cut out? Hold on. We back. Alrighty, there we go. You guys hear me? Make sure everybody's good. Everybody hear me? Yes? All right, cool. But yeah, so the first losing trade was actually this. So what I did was I took pivot high, pivot low with the fibs, and I was watching price as it came up towards the 50% retracement. We had the 50% retracement. We had VWAP. We had, I think it was either, or it was the 8 EMA. No. What is this? It was a 21 EMA with VWAP at the area as well on SPY, which is why I wanted to go short. Now, I mean, these contracts, they moved decent. They were up like $12, $13, but that's not what I wanted for my first trim on the way down. I actually wanted a little further down, and then it came up and hit my stop loss as we started breaking above this 61.8. I did leave room to add, so I was not full size on this, because typically when I trade at a 50, I just leave room to possibly add it to 61.8. If it just goes in my favor, then great. But as you can see, there was no reason to add at that 61.8. So ended up taking that loss right there. But after that, I saw another setup for me. Can anybody tell me what setup formed in this general area right here? If you're in Team Bull, whoops, that is, hold on. No, get rid of all that. How do I, hold on, let me redraw that. That was terrible. That was very bad of me. Bro, what? Go away. I'll get rid of this. There it is. This area right here. There's another trade setup that we took. Who can tell me? Anybody? I'm gonna tell you guys in 1 minute. We got one person that guessed out of 185. All right, bullish engulfing, fair value gap, double top, fair value gap. So the trade that I took was actually this fair value gap and got full size and caught a beautiful move to the upside. And that actually put me in the green for the day. So the fair value gap, typically what I'm looking for, because as you can see, we were downtrend, 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 and then we had two very strong moves to the upside. So that left an imbalance right here, making a fair value gap. So price comes down into the area. We can break down to a smaller time frame. Remember, I'm sniping entries on the 1 minute or 2 minute. You can see price comes down and it starts waking off the area, comes up, wakes down into the area on heavy volume, right? On SPY, it was heavier volume on the 2 minute on ThinkorSwim. But it came down into the area, heavier volume. So I was able to get full size with my stop loss right below here and was able to catch a very beautiful move to the upside off this trade. So you can see that we moved around depending on your entry. You know, say you just entered 44.05, it moved all the way to a high of 44.13, which is an 8-point move on ES, which is going to be around 80 cents on SPY. So this was a beautiful trade. This is literally all I needed to put me in the green for the day. Now, had I taken the loss, or had I taken another loss, had it come down, broke below, hit the stop loss, I would have called it a day. Because typically the way that I trade, plus we had a 2 minute fair value gap right here, the way that I trade, if I take 2 losing trades in a row, I'll typically call it a day unless it's 2 very small losers. But because I was full size on this trade, if my stop loss was hit, would have been a decent sized loss, right? So that's just how I trade. If I take 2 losing trades, I call it a day. But again, what I want you guys to get out of this was just because I took 1 losing trade here, I'm not going to get scared if I see another high probability setup. I'm not going to hesitate, right? I think a lot of people, they take a losing trade and it kind of discourages them from taking the next setup. So remember, high probability setup after high probability setup. That is the name of the game. And if you lose, you lose. That's why you use proper risk management. But let's get this watch list typed out. Yeah, I guess everybody is sleeping. I don't know what's going on. They gotta be sleeping. But let's get this bad boy typed out. And again, if you guys want this watch list, make sure to run up them likes. Got 170 people in here, 150 likes. I'll be nice to you. Give you the watch list, even though we're nowhere near the like goal today. Nowhere close. Hopefully Grizzly and Jadon have other reject levels that we can watch today. Let's see. Yes, gonna watch that 4,400. Possible reject. Above there. Watching 37. And literally no good bounces. All right, let's head on over to SPY. Is there any SPY gaps? Yeah, I mean, we could watch 435, just psychological area. Yeah, there's no SPY gaps. I mean, yeah, I'll watch 435, just psychological resistance, but mainly would prefer 4,400. QQQ. 364.33. Watch those overnight lows for a bounce. Cool. I don't know. Should I give you guys a watch list today? We're really light on the views. Very light on the views and the likes. I don't know if I'm feeling it. That is a $1 million question right there, ND. Unfortunately, I do not know what the future holds. The only thing I can do is trade the technicals, watch the price action, and then see what happens from there. I mean, Google is right at that reject. I prefer if it just hit it and then came back down. We'll keep Google on the side for the time being. Meta reject 300.4, 302.2. So yeah, the only thing I'm really liking right now is SPY, QQQ, Meta. That's it. That is true, Caswell. There are a select number of you guys that tune in the entire time, and I appreciate you guys more than anything. Yeah, it might just be because the market tanked in the last 2 days and people are like, I don't want to touch it. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I take trades is because price comes to a level of interest and the price action confirms. So if I'm looking for a reject, I want to look for bearish price action, weakness, right? And if it does that, then I'll confirm, or it will confirm and I'll take the trade. Or, you know, if I'm looking for a bounce, I want to see price come down towards my bounce level and then show bullish price action. I appreciate you, JB. But yeah, I will say, I want you guys to remember this. I am not in love with anything today. Absolutely nothing. I'm not in love, right? And also, yes, we have gap fills. 361. I mean, we're close. SPY above yesterday's high. We got that gap fill, which actually we're gonna take that 50% off. I watched 438.43. But yeah, I'm not in love with anything today. I'm fully prepared to just sit cash if I don't see anything worth trading. Obviously, you know, I'll look for setups and I'm open-minded if anything pops up, but it's got to be a high probability setup for me to touch it. So, with that being said, make sure you guys trade safe today, trade smart, don't force anything, right? Forcing trades is how you're going to blow your account. I took the 50% off because we have a gap to get filled, so I'm not going to try to reject inside of a gap fill. That's just asking for a losing trade. But I will give you guys a watch list today. I will be nice. We got 188 likes, so I mean we're close enough to 200. I'll let it slide. But here's the watch list. As always, I'm not a certified financial advisor. Everything talked about in this live stream is based on my opinion and my opinion only. Options trading is very risky, where you can lose more than your initial investment if you are not careful. So as always, do your own due diligence, use your own proper risk management, and I am not responsible for any lost funds. So with that being said, here's SPY, QQQ, and Meta. Those are the only three things I like right now. Maybe Google. We'll see a little closer to market open. But that is a watch list today. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed. I do go live every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Give you guys a completely free watch list for the day. Plus, I have over 800 videos on my channel teaching you on how to trade. And if you're a channel member, you have access to all of these bootcamp videos, which I will be uploading another one probably tomorrow or Sunday for you guys, so keep your eye out on that. But yeah, it's only $10 a month. If you guys want to be a channel member, just head on over to my channel, click this button right there that says join. Other than that, make sure to check out my new book on Amazon, The New Age of oh my god, I keep messing that one up. The New Age of Day Trading, the ultimate A through Z trading guide. You can find that using this link right here. But that's going to wrap it up. Again, make sure you guys tap in Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. If you're in Team Bull, I'll talk to you guys in like 20-25 minutes. Other than that, everybody have a blessed day, and I will see you all on Monday.